All right, here we go. Please subscribe to the channel. Please.
Hey guys, YouTube's got an algorithm and it really help us out a lot if you could like, comment, and subscribe. This is how we can get more information out to more people and share the message of Toronto real estate.
In
Thanks.
that order. Like, comment, subscribe, and hit the damn bell. Better too.
And you're back.
And we are
Happy,
back.
happy Sunday.
Sunday morning on a Sunday morning. Look at us.
I thought we were always on a Sunday morning. Or so
It
it's
appears that we are always here.
what's going on today, Sunday? What do you got going on?
Ooh, it was a close one, TK. It's a good thing my wife is so tolerant. I got to tell you, we
Okay.
are in the midst of a crazy garage sale.
Awesome. Getting rid of things for the big move, eh?
Oh boy.
Downsizing.
A cleansing like no other. People are getting the steals of the century here.
Really? You should publicize it. You should put your address out there and let everybody know.
I did.
Where?
By the time this thing airs, it's over.
Yeah. Oh, did it start this morning? Did the 6 a.m. garage sale people show up?
No, here, this was my morning. Ding dong. What the? Are you having a garage sale? Yes, at 9. Well, it's almost 9. I said, yeah, almost. Clunk.
It was like 7:30.
No, it was 8:40.
Yeah.
But what the hell? Like, you can read the posting. You found the place. You
Just
can't
wait out
read
on the driveway.
time.
You're gonna get first dibs on the, GI Joe action figures. Don't worry.
People thought that today was the first day because my posts were for the individual days, one for Saturday, one for Sunday. A lot of disappointed people today,
Did you
even
have
though
some
they
lost
don't even
leaders?
know what we had.
Did you have some lost leaders? You put out some stuff there. You're like, got a 1950s pinball, original asteroids, version 1, never ever been in distribution before. It was like a prototype that went off the market for $50, and you get all these people to show up. You're like, oh, sorry, it was sold. The guy showed up at 6.
I almost had this guy convinced that a painting we have is a Van Gogh and was worth $1 million, but at the end of the day, he outsmarted me.
Yeah, but did he make you the offer for 50 cents or no?
Well, so we started at 1,000,000 pesos. Okay.
Okay. Yep.
But then
conversion on that?
Well, there's a lot of different pesos, it seems. So we were negotiating in different pesos.
Yeah.
My peso had a much better exchange rate than his.
Yeah, I can tell.
But at the end of the day, we just had a very nice masked outdoor conversation. It's beautiful.
Could you sell a Van Gogh at a garage sale?
I don't know, but like we're selling some pretty nice stuff for $1 a piece today.
But do you think if you put a Van Gogh on your driveway and tried to sell it for, as much money as you could get from the garage sale people, do you think it would sell?
I don't think I'd be able to let it go for what they were willing to pay, but it would be an interesting human experiment to see. Hey, hold on a sec. I got the wrong background up. What's going on here?
No, you got the right background.
No, look closely. No? Spring flower.
Oh yeah, you're missing. So we don't have our joined logo in the middle. There you go.
Our conjoined twins.
So
excellent. So this is
someone would buy the Van Gogh, like eventually, if you didn't know what it was worth.
I think no one would believe it was real if it was real.
But still, someone would make you an offer.
An offer, sure. Yeah.
You'd find a buyer. But how much more money would you get if you went to an art dealer, right, and asked them to sell it for you because they knew what time of year to sell it. They knew what the value should be, what the starting price should be, who the target market would be, right?
I know where you're heading with this, Mr. Agent. Man.
Right? They would know what type of, premise behind the painting was there, why he was painting it, who he was painting it for, the history, who owned it throughout the entire lifespan of the painting. so that they could find a buyer who would pay you a lot more money. Now, would that painting sell for a lot more money with the art dealer than it would at the garage sale? Maybe millions more, hundreds of thousands more.
I would imagine it would be way worse selling it by owner than it would be in the proper institution designed specifically for sale of these type of products.
And that's why marketing as an agent is so important, because if you're not reaching the right buyer, you don't end up getting the most amount of money possible. Because anybody can sell their home.
Commercial here.
Anybody can sell their home. You
That's
can
right.
sell your Toronto people, you can sell your own home. It's not a secret. It's very easy. If you do the right things, you can get it sold. But
Yes.
How much money are you losing because you didn't sell it to the right buyer?
That's right.
So,
and it is in fact very, very true. But having said that, you could end up with the right or the wrong trained professional.
100%.
Yes.
It happens
100%.
often. I was at a house yesterday, and it was in Ajax, and nice lady. And we were just going over some sales in her area, and we had a sale that we had sold where it was like we sold for $100,000 more than what the same house sold for 2 days earlier, back in February, right? So obviously that person was upset knowing that they got much less money for their house, and we had sold it their neighbor for so much higher. And then I'm at this lady's house, and I look and I see that her neighbor had just sold, because there's a sold sign 2 doors down, and I had the listing there, and I showed her it was listed for 700. It sold for 700 in 3 days, and it says offer date August 9th, sold date August 5th. So they took a bully offer after 3 days, 4 days early before the offer date, and it was for full price. Okay, 2 different agents involved. So then I'm looking at all the other sales in the neighborhood. They're like 1.5 story, like wartime, homes, big lots, Central Ajax, pretty common. They're all very similar. There's not much special about, each and every one of them. And it was clear that most of the ones that had been renovated, like their neighbors, were selling for $750. So that neighbor actually sold $50,000 less than they should because they took a bully offer.
Whoa.
Yeah. So it happens often. Like people think like, oh no, it's the market. You just put the sign on the lawn and, the buyers will be lining up to pay you over asking and 3% higher than the last sale on the street. Like, it is consistently proven wrong.
But you have 2 sides of that coin. You have 2 agents involved. So you have one smart enough to get the bully offer through and across the line, and the other one is an asshole for accepting the bully offer.
Yep.
Right. And here we go with Toronto real estate. It's a very confusing place to be. It's still confusing out there because what do we have? We have slowing sales and higher prices. And then we have articles saying stuff like, well, Canada's bubble has burst, right? A lot of Canada's bubble bursting. But like some place in Alberta and all these places in Nova Scotia, like Toronto is not bursting. Toronto is a different animal, right? Toronto, Vancouver, different animals. I don't know why Vancouver, other than proximity to Asia, but Toronto and Vancouver are bananas. Toronto, I understand it. I live here. I like it. It's a good place to live.
Mm-hmm.
But what's going on here, right? What the hell is going on here? Students are back, right? Toronto sees back to school rush for accommodations as students prepare to return to the city. Yes, finally.
Yep. I'm sick and tired of sitting at home in the mom's basement doing my online courses at Ryerson and U of T. And, every 5 minutes, my mom's asking me, do I want, apple juice or some apple slices? And, what do I want for lunch? And am I going to clean up my room after I'm done? And they're like, Mom! I'm going to med school, Mom! Like, I need to get my own place.
Yeah.
Right?
No, and some of them have already been out and had to go back in, which is like back in the womb. This is not good. Nobody wants to go backwards.
No, that's not good. That's not good for the ego.
Oh my
right?
God!
You got to feel 21 years old. You got to feel like you're moving up in the world. That you're now an adult and you're going into the real deal.
Well, but now we have we have this article here, and we have, in fact, lots of evidence that the market's going bananas downtown with condo rentals for students looking
Mm.
for accommodations. Meanwhile, the fourth wave is here, TK. Fourth wave.
Oh no.
One, two, three, four.
The variants are coming.
The fourth wave is here. Are we going to get
Yeah.
shut down? Are we going to get shut down? Are the students going to be allowed to go to school? Are they going to
Yeah.
have to be vaccinated in order to go to school or in order to get into the accommodations they so desperately want to be part of to get away from their parents?
I'm glad that they're naming the variants after Greek letters now instead of like the country of origin, because
So isn't
calling
one
it
called like
the Brazilian
lambada?
variant, calling it the Brazilian variant or the South African variant or something like that really like alienates that country.
One's called like the lambada.
The lambada? I haven't heard
That's
that
the
one.
forbidden dance.
That's the That's
Isn't
funny.
it called the lambada? Lambactic? Lambush?
Yeah, I think
They
you're the
got
dancer. I think we decided on that at the beginning when we started the show that you would be the guy who dances and
next week. I will have my lambada prepared for everybody. Okay,
okay.
so but we have students coming back. That's one thing off the checklist that we have been talking about for a long time. We have our friend Nasma Ali saying like 15 offers on rental condos. This is crazy. In Hamilton. In
Oh, I have a
Hamilton.
case study.
Case study. Go.
Earlier this year, I had a client rent out their condo for 1 year, and the last sale in the building was 25, or last lease was 25 or 2600. We ended up getting 2700.
For what? For
They
what?
got a
One
two
bedroom?
plus den, but it's really used as a 3 bedroom at 770 Bay Street. Okay, so I'm only talking about this one building, Bay and College, heart of the city, financial district. Okay,
2 plus 10 for how much space?
the space is about 800 ish.
Okay, two
And
plus 10,
they got
800 for
and there was 25
2700.
2600. We got 27, but we structured the lease with the discounts, so it's actually a $3200 a month lease because that they were getting 3300 before from the old tenants.
Yeah.
And so after 1 year it'll go back to that. We've talked about that many times. Okay, we felt that that was reasonable, and at the time in April maybe that's what the going rent rate was, and there was no way you were getting more. That same unit is now leasing for $3,500 a month.
Yes.
Okay.
It's going to be
Exact
crazy
same
soon.
unit.
It's going to be crazy. It's going to be crazy.
Yeah.
It's going to be crazy. So that's one thing that we were waiting on, right? Is the influx of students. Now, another thing that we kind of had our eyes on was Canada on track to meet ambitious 2021 immigration target, Minister says. Minister said, right. So your face says it all. How
That's
the
not true.
fuck
They're
can
like
we be
25% of the way.
how
They're
can we be bringing in so many people when the border's
Yeah.
been shut down? And, we're only bringing in planes if you have COVID on the plane. Isn't
Yeah.
that the rule now?
Well, if you don't, we'll give it to you on the plane.
We'll make sure that you
Yeah.
have your
We'll make
COVID
sure that you
before
have-
you get to the
before you
Toronto
get here.
airport.
Herd immunity.
That's right. That's the only way to do it. So
Only 1% will die. So it's
like an earthquake over here. Hang on. Stabilize. So, okay. So, but this is the other thing. So somehow the government, who does not ever, okay, I want to be clear about this. The government never manipulates numbers ever. And now we have somehow in a pretty pandemic filled year, we're on track to hit our 400,000 plus immigrants coming to Canada. Where the hell are they going? So, but the real truth is, if you read past the headline, which most people do not do, right?
Yeah.
We're special here. We read like at least
at
the
least
next
2
sentence.
paragraphs.
Okay, paragraph, fine. You're far more diligent than I. But the truth of the matter is that they are granting status to landed people. They are
Yes.
here. They are here with the hopes that if they are now considered citizens, they will lay down their roots with purchases rather than rentals.
Yes.
And that would have meant that whenever they landed here, they either had to have a ton of money or they had to have made a ton of money to be able to purchase, or willing to live, 6 people in a 2 plus den that's under 800 square feet
Okay. Because yeah,
or a
as
house.
far as as far as people coming into the country, as far as like um new immigrants who actually weren't here already,
Three people.
we're not, yeah, we're like a third. We're like a
A
third.
third? What's a
Yeah.
third? 150?
Yeah.
125,000?
About 150,000 by the end of July. As
So,
of the end of July.
but we've been talking about it. I mean, at some point, these numbers will in fact be close to real, right? And we will
Mhm.
feel like there is an act like, holy cow, there's a lot of new people I haven't noticed around here before, right?
Yeah.
Holy cow, there's like nothing to buy anymore because it's all gone because of all these new people that actually are new that just got here that actually need a new place to stay. Because the people
Yeah.
that are landed, they don't need a place to stay. I
They have
mean,
a
we're
place to stay.
assuming, I mean, based on all of the data that you and I have collected with our surveys about homeless people, most of
Mhm.
them live somewhere.
They got a home. And even if they do decide to buy and it happens to be in the GTA because that's where they want to be, that's not that easy. Like everyone's got budget restraints,
That's
they've
what I'm
got,
saying.
supply issues. Like it could take another 3 years before they actually end up are like they say, look, I'm ready to buy. I got my job, I got my down payment, but it could take them a long time before they're able to buy and actually be able to enter the market.
Local people can't do it. How the
Right?
heck are they doing it? Right.
Exactly. Yeah.
And I mean, local people and immigrants are willing to take different kinds of work at different kinds of pay levels. Right. So, like,
Yeah.
not all immigrants, but I mean, the reality is that the ones that are being targeted, right?
Mhm.
The ones with the money, they get status like right away. It's not a thing.
Mhm.
It's the immigrants that are kind of slogging it and working really hard for a little bit of money. How the fuck are they ever going to save enough money to buy something? Or they have to
Yeah.
move really far and have to travel.
I think the typical immigrant
Go
story
stations.
in Toronto is multiple family members on title. I got a deal closing uh what is it, the end of August, and they've done like 2 or 3 name changes, right? Add this person, take away that person, add this person, right? Like that's okay. That's part of getting financing, right? Is the bank wants to see that everybody on title has got the right debt service ratio and that they can actually afford to make those payments. And depending on if they own something, you might go to your brother. So that's also very common, right? So your brother, he's the one with all the income and he's on like 3 or 4 different mortgages for his family members, right? Because
Right.
that's thankfully most of the cultures that come to Toronto are very family oriented, right? Like imagine if they were all coming here and then just saying you're on your own, good luck.
Yeah.
You'd have a really really
Fly,
difficult
little
time
bird,
assimilating
fly.
into the culture. But I feel like there's a lot of people who come here and they're all very supportive and they take care of their parents. They try to get their kids into the best schools. They work hard. I think we have a great immigrant population. I'm excited to welcome more people.
Yeah, so and check this out. If it wasn't hard enough, okay? Toronto real estate prices grew the most in Agincourt and Jane and Finch. Come on. Those were affordable areas yesterday.
Agent Court makes
Where
sense. Agent
Jane
Court
and
makes
Finch,
sense. It's a really good school district,
the
but Jane and
average
Finch,
price, the average price of Jane and Finch is higher than Agincourt. How did this
no,
happen?
I don't. Is
It's
it?
here.
No way.
I'm
No way.
sharing my screen, TK.
It
I'm sh-
it
don't make me
increased.
do this.
It increased more.
Check this out. Okay, fine, whatever. Average selling prices in Agincourt and Jane and Finch grew 22 and 23% year over year, respectively. Look at that. There's a
Exactly. So the rate of growth
Lambo.
was higher in Jane and Finch.
Lambo. Where's
Yeah,
that? Jane and Finch?
it looks
Maybe.
on Highfield.
Now the averages in both areas are higher than downtown east from Cabbagetown to the waterfront. What the frig is going on here? Okay. In July 2020, Trev reported that the average selling price for a home in Agincourt was 675,890, coming in marginally higher than Rexdale, 624. That's not marginally higher. Malvern at 650 and Jane and Finch. Oh, sorry, I was wrong. It's only $6,000 cheaper, Jane and Finch, than
That was
Agincourt.
July 2020. So now in July 2021,
Yeah.
they're looking
Oh,
at the
sorry.
average increase. Yeah. So the
But still
increase has
crazy.
been
Look.
quite a
Oh,
bit.
yeah, it's higher. It's higher. It's higher in Jane and Finch. I did read the second paragraph.
Brutal.
Look,
Brutal. How is that even
824.
possible? Yeah.
How is this
So
possible?
when Malvern jumped up the most in 2018 out of every single neighborhood in all of the GTA, that was the fastest growing neighborhood out there. Um, it was because it was the most affordable one. So when you immigrate to Canada, you don't care if you got to live in Malvern. Like if you're coming from somewhere like, Afghanistan or, Syria or something like that, it's just like Malvern is a walk in the park. Like you're laying it
Sure.
on the
Oh
line,
my
right? You're like,
God.
no,
Yeah.
no, Malvern, I'm going to get a
You mean
20% discount to move there. Sure. So
I
Jane and
don't
Finch
have
is
to
no big
check
deal.
for landmines before I go to the store?
Exactly. Right. So that's why
Oh,
we had such an increase in that, in the Malvern area. So imagine the same things going on in Jane Finch, which I've never sold a house at Jane and Finch. I just sold one at Jane and Wilson,
Jane and Finch, man.
but Jane and Finch, I stay away
That's a
from.
rough area.
Yeah. I stay away from.
Wow. I mean, but now it seems to be in the upper, like it's almost at the average price for Toronto.
Well, it should be. I mean, it's in the Toronto borders. It's located near transit. It's got, great, like there's great bungalows on nice lots. Like there's a lot of nice houses in that area.
There
Really,
we
it's
go.
just
Jane and Finch
the apartment
turning
buildings and the
around.
townhouses that cause the problems, right?
We are going to see mass evictions in the Jane and Finch area. That is my newest prediction. In the next 12 months, we will hear stories about mass evictions in the Jane and Finch area as developers come in and buy old apartment buildings with tons of land and
Mm.
kick everybody out and raise the rent from what the hell's the rent out there?
It's not,
$1,200?
no, it's not cheap.
No,
No, no.
no. This is a hidden
You can
pocket
still pay
now.
market. Yeah, you can still pay market rents up there. It's competitive.
Wow. I'm not in tune with the Jane and Finch area, apparently.
Yeah. You'd be surprised. It's just
There's
when
a
there's government
stigma.
housing involved and all that kind of stuff, people are getting better deals. And if someone's been there for a while, then maybe they've got like an $800 a month 3 bedroom or whatever that they've had for 20 years.
We're going to
But
see
it's mostly
some.
government housing and stuff like that that keeps the income levels so low. But you go to a regular building there that's got a nice clean 3 bedroom, you're still going to be probably $2,500 or more.
Hmm. I will look elsewhere personally,
Yeah,
but that's good news. I mean, it doesn't seem like there's a bad place to buy anymore. It's like
I agree.
better grab something.
I agree. I was thinking about that
We're
in
running out of
Scarborough
room.
in Galloway, right?
Hmm.
So Galloway is an area that is surrounded by, Guildwood to the south, West Hill to the east, Orton Park, Scarborough Golf Club to the west.
They have their own
Um,
biker gang named after the area, don't they?
I don't think it's a biker gang.
What are they?
I think it's,
Some
you know,
scary dudes, no?
yeah,
Galloway boys?
yeah, but they would probably be mostly Jamaican.
Macon.
Yeah. But
Hmm.
anyways, back to the topic, Daryl.
Well, you said
Is
Galloway.
very
I want to paint a picture.
yeah, so very underperforming real estate in that neighborhood, right? Where there's a lot of great, nice lots. There's a lot of, good to transit. You're right down the street, Kingston Road.
Yeah, I
It goes
know. I,
Scarborough Golf Club. You know where it is, Scarborough Golf
I
Club,
there
Kingston
was
Road,
a
and then you go east, and then you're at Galloway.
yeah. What's his name? Firmland bought the deal there at Galloway and Lawrence. It was
Oh, the Brownfields,
Brownstone. Yeah,
Brownstones, or whatever. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah. That townhouse site.
But that's getting rezoned. What are they doing there now?
Mid-rise.
Mid-rise, yeah. Good.
Yeah,
It's
great. He
There's
bought
like
it.
lousy buildings across the street, but those get cleaned up over time. Things change. Neighborhoods change. Look at Regent Park.
Everything.
You
Everything.
drive
That's what I
down
was thinking.
Regent Park is such a crazy example, right?
Jane and Finch will be the next Region Park project. The city will
Yeah.
partner with like a Daniels or a gigantic developer, and
Look how many buildings there are down in that neighborhood when you drive along anywhere, Queen, Richmond, Dundas. It's just like, what's going
just
on?
drive down Finch where the new LRT is like starting to happen, and like you just see how much possibility there is for more densification and intensification. It's crazy.
Hmm.
It's like Kingston Road. It's like just big, open, beautiful parcels of land
Hmm.
that, at some point, planning will get on board and, give the right zoning.
Yeah. Well,
And
what
boom,
were you talking about there with Aleem last week? Who was a great guest, by the way. Let's just give a quick shout out
boom.
last week.
Much
Aleem did a
better
great job.
than this guest, I'll tell you.
So Aleem did a
Time
great
is it?
job. Aleem did a great job last week and really had a lot of info. He was packed with knowledge,
He
right?
was
So
packed
shout
with
out if you haven't
knowledge.
watched that episode, last week's episode with the TTC union boss
Is
representative.
should end
You should
up.
watch
Do
it.
you don't want to be on the wrong side of the tracks with that guy?
No.
He's a union
Zing.
boss.
Yeah.
TTC. Yeah, zing. But
So
I'll
that
tell
area
you,
that you're talking about,
but the
that
honest to
area.
God truth is
Yeah.
that if you're a developer, you should know everything that he already talked about because that's like rule number one: follow the transit, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
But for most people, that was extraordinarily insightful stuff, and most people don't know where things are heading to next
Even as a
because
real
who the
estate
f-
agent, I should know all that kind
cares?
of stuff, and I don't
Not
because there's just too big.
really.
It's too big of a system for me to have to know it all. You know,
You'd know it if you were in pre-construction real estate, right? But it
probably.
doesn't matter
Yeah.
when you're selling built stuff.
Yeah.
It's built. This is what's around.
This is what's
Here's
here
what's
now.
coming, right?
They've been telling us the Scarborough subway system's coming for years. Imagine if I was promising that for the last 10
Yeah.
years. Subways
is
are coming. All right. Then
it's
now's the time to
imminent.
buy. You got to
Yeah,
get in
this is
early. Don't, don't wait. Okay. Don't wait. The subways are coming. I swear. Where are they going? They're over there. They're down there. They're maybe even in the sky, but they're
until
coming.
they are under construction,
Yeah.
they are not happening anytime soon.
Yeah. Exactly.
That's just the thing. Or well, there's stages, right? But they generally, what's coming down the pipe years ahead. If
Hmm.
you're a really good developer and you are in with somebody, like
Hmm.
you're a really good developer and
You
you're
make it happen.
in with somebody,
Yeah.
even earlier than the guys like me who
Yeah.
don't know somebody. Although now the
Maybe.
possibilities,
Maybe
Thomas.
you got connections now.
Yeah, I'm gonna call him.
Doug Ford is obviously a premier of Ontario and a connected politician and a businessman who's been around for a long time. It would be safe to assume that he is friends with many different developers in the province of Ontario who are responsible for the constructions of thousands and thousands of properties every single year. It's safe to say that.
I think you would probably be correct in assuming this.
It's safe to say that. So a new Ontario line, right, that's getting funded by the province of Ontario, that is being constructed in an area that many developers own properties in because the municipal government in Toronto was not able to or willing to pass appropriate lines the way that these developers would wish that they would pass, seemed very convenient that would happen, right? So
It's extraordinarily convenient that like Vaughan City Place is like right in the right place, right, for a
yep,
subway station. Or
yes,
same thing like far out east in the downtown where there's going to be like a whole new transit hub in this. I think Cadillac Fairview bought it from Great Golf, but like there's a pattern forming here
mm-hmm.
where infrastructure. So what leads? That's the question. What leads? Does the land purchase 50 years ago lead the decisions of where transit heads, or is it donations and inside information that
That's after.
decides?
The
That's
land is
after.
first. Let's go. Let's do a timeline.
The,
Land is
can,
purchased.
yes. How long
Land is
ago?
land is purchased. 10 to 30 years prior.
We start pushing and pushing, going, this
Right?
is the perfect fucking spot.
Okay.
You put up all this
Lobbying.
money.
Lobbying,
Yeah.
right? There's some nice
Yeah.
lobbying going on, some real
Where
good,
do you like to go? What kind of wine do you
utopia-based
like?
advertisements, that kind
What
of
do you
stuff.
need for your campaign?
Then, when the roadblocks start to hit, then they start grooming the young politicians, right?
Yes.
So wine and dining, golf course vacations on a private island, and it's like,
give you this.
right? You would make a great premier. You would make you should be mayor. You could even be prime minister
Put
and
this crack pipe in your mouth. Just for a
support.
picture.
What do you want to be? You want to be a counselor first? Yeah, let's make you a
You like
counselor. Sure.
girls? You like
Let's
women?
do it.
Yeah.
Come hang out at this apartment building. Oh, you got a brother, eh? So that timeline eventually gets to, yeah, no problem. I'll support you, whatever you need. Oh, you got other businesses? Hey, I got friends in those businesses. They need contracts signed, right? So step forward. Now all of a sudden we've got opportunities. Can't get your buddies on board. How come you can't get your buddies on board? Come on, get your buddies on board. Tell them they need to vote the way that you're thinking. No? Okay. We're gonna do it ourselves. Let's fund it. Let's just go over and above, cut. Have you heard of municipal zoning orders? Yeah. Okay. We're going to use some of those. All right. This is a good time to implement.
Nobody's going to give a shit. Don't worry about
Nobody's going to care. It's going to make the papers for 3 days. Don't worry.
Yeah.
It'll pass. We'll get it through.
Don't worry.
And now we're getting transit. This is a really sad truth, but at the end of the day, it's the only way it's going to happen.
It has to happen.
All the states have this figured out. The states are so much more ahead of us in the corrupt government official to streamline construction and development. They are like light years ahead of us,
They are. I think they focused on other things though. Like I think Canada especially, like we've kind of figured it out. Like, yeah, we have lots of natural resources and we can make products, but you know what we really do best? Import humans.
I was about to say house people.
Yeah. What do humans need? They need a place to live, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then once they have a place to live, what do they need? They need a whole bunch of stuff, right?
Yeah.
They got to fill the box with stuff now. And this is a beautiful.
And we'll buy it from you guys. We'll buy it from you.
At the end, we'll buy it back from you.
Yeah.
Nothing will happen here. It's Canada. You bounce a check. Don't worry about it. You want to go bankrupt? Hey, just go bankrupt.
Everyone needs a second chance.
Everybody goes bankrupt once.
Yeah. Right? If you haven't gone bankrupt once, have you even tried?
You haven't tried hard enough. Excellent. Right. So,
yeah.
And this is where we are. And so what works in this environment? There's only one thing that works. Up, 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 up. It could be steadily up and it could occasionally drop, but it has to go up. And in order for it to go up, what do we need? We need more people. That's all we need here. Is just more people, too many people, more people than the sewer system can handle and the transit system can handle. And we don't have a place for them already, but like we need more of them because what does that do? It drives the prices up and it creates scarcity, right? Mm-hmm. And what happens when the prices go up on stock that's already existing and built? Tax dollars go up, right? Instantly.
And we save everyone from bankruptcy.
Those houses are going to sell anyways, and we inflate away the bankruptcy, right? Including and
it just disappears.
Especially the government's bankruptcy. That's the one that really needs to get delayed the most.
We should take care of us first. Yeah, well, it's funny how you say how you said overloaded sewers. I was talking to a guy who's building in Collingwood, and they have a water moratorium there, and they had to stop building because of how much development and everything else that's been going on there. So I guess they got to figure out their water supply and the infrastructure to see how they can fix this, because they've maybe given out too many permits, or maybe he's at the development stage and he's basically ready to build and they're just not giving him his permits until they have it all sorted out.
What a wonderful way to create jobs, though, by actually doing some more infrastructure work in places that they will allow you to put more stuff, right?
And what an opportunity for a developer who owns a company that does infrastructure to come in and say, yeah, sure, I'll get it done, but I just need to have this land over here that's environmentally protected, give them back to the people because the people need it so that we can build more housing.
We're here to help.
To utilize the infrastructure, and I'll bring the cost way down.
We're only here to help. I mean,
we want to grow the community centers, schools, parks. What do you need?
Do you need
shopping mall?
You want an arena named after myself? Yeah.
We can get you. I'll do it. I'll name an arena after myself. Absolutely. I got no problem doing it. You guys want, soccer fields, whatever it is. I'm in.
And I will reap all the benefits of this, and I will look like a hero. And they will all celebrate my death one day.
As the developer
with a statue made of bronze. This is my dream,
Darryl,
TK.
I believe in you, Darryl. This is going to be you. You are going to be the Kingston Road version of Magna Stronach in Aurora.
Wow.
It'll be
That
the Darryl Frankfurt Center.
I don't know if I'm gonna stick around Kingston Road, baby. I think I'm
Okay.
gonna move on.
Okay. Well, I like Kingston
Looking
Road.
at looking at something in North York with this guy I know.
North York. Yeah, good.
Right.
So there's a
The
few good
highest growing
avenues.
average price there.
There's a
Highest growing average price is in North York, according to a wonderful source. It was some article I read this week. I
mm,
do not have it though, but
reliable
that's what
source.
they said.
Yeah, very reliable source.
I read it on the internet. It has to be absolutely true.
You rely on their stats. Yeah, absolutely.
I do. But I
Good.
think, listen, Kingston Road, man, there's like a lot of action there right now.
hmm
I am not the smartest guy in the city. I'm not the only one who figured it out.
And what's going on?
Although I will take
What do you
credit
know?
for quite a bit
What do
of
you?
it. Thank you.
Yeah, well, that site for sure. But what about the other sites? Is anybody else getting approvals? Has anybody gotten an approval lately? Has anyone gotten approval for anything in the last 18 months?
18 months? Yeah, there's stuff that came online there recently. I don't know if they got approvals, but they
That's what I
launched.
mean. They okay.
But
But how
there's going
many
to be
people
a
have
lot.
actually
There's going to be a
had
lot.
got their zoning in the last year?
Nothing that I really can think about. Maybe one. I don't know
They
if
were
they got
like,
zoning.
yeah,
Maybe
they were like
zoning not approved.
7 years
Final.
in the process, and then they finally just got it stamped because it was going to be done anyways, and it happened
Yeah.
8 months after it should have.
Yeah, I'm nervous that ours is going to take much longer than expected.
Yeah,
But
unfortunately.
I mean, this is how we handle a crisis,
hmm
right? We slow things down. Everybody relax. I know we need more housing, but we have to make sure first, we have to make sure that this application is complete because we gave them a
Yeah, of
checklist. We gave them a checklist, and now we have to check it against the checklist, right?
course.
Because, I mean, if they forgot a form, they got to wait another 30 days for us to
Yeah,
check it against the checklist again,
yeah.
right?
This could
But
impact the ecosystem.
if in fact, well, it will because we'll print more forms.
Doesn't somebody
Because
think about the butterflies?
we have to do an internal check in each department to make sure that you have a complete application for development. So everybody has to check their end. And I don't know how long it's going to take in transportation. They're really busy down there. Can we pan to some monkeys? Editor, pan to the monkeys. No, but it's
Yeah,
crazy. The levels of craziness that you have to go through. So first, I'm not kidding. They have 30 days to say, yes, this is considered complete.
okay. But your application's in, so you're waiting the 30 days right now.
I am hoping it's complete. Now, what I gather is that they could go, oh, forgot to put this on the checklist. You have to go get this report done that's going to take like 90 days to get back from the consultant. Sorry.
Yeah.
Do you know what 90 days costs me right now? Sorry, like we're super understaffed right now. You know, we are in a housing crisis. We're doing our best.
Yeah. COVID.
COVID crisis.
COVID.
But anyways, it seems to me that everything looks like, at least if you're hoping the market's going to go up, we are heading in a great direction. Because if in fact they're right that all the people that are landed are actually going to start buying stuff, right?
Well,
We're
let's
definitely
talk.
seeing
What?
rental activity increase like
For sure. Yeah.
crazy,
There's
crazy.
and we're seeing actually we're seeing offers. We're seeing number of showings. My dad's got a listing right now at Scarborough Golf Club in Lawrence that's had over 120 showings in 4 days.
A house?
A house.
Okay.
Okay.
How many? What?
120 in 4 days.
What
Like
is it?
including today. So it's Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Yeah, fourth day.
What is it? What is it?
It's a 4-level back split with a double car garage on a 50 by 110-foot lot. That's dated from the 60s, priced at 800,000, and the value is probably between $1 million and 1.150.
Bully offers? Any bully offers? We got any bully offers yet?
Not accepted.
Are we accepting bully?
Not
What
accepted.
does this mean? What does this mean about your father? Is he a genius, or is he a
He just under the pricing. No, the pricing strategy. He understands that he's trying to get the most for his client. So,
So we're holding back offers, and
lots of
we are
showings.
going to kill it. Well, with lots of showings, I mean, how many offers do we need? If there's 100, they're not like just like it's not like it's a
He'll get
garage
probably
sale.
20 offers.
20 offers.
Yeah. Because there'll be a bunch of people delusional thinking that they're going to get the place between 800 and 950.
Let's lowball them. Let's go in at 650
Right?
and see what happens. And
Just
the
see what
agent's
happens,
like,
just to bump it up.
you assholes, why am I working with you? I hate my mother, right? Like, why'd my mother give you my number? For God's sakes. Now I got to deal with this all day because my mom will kill me if I tell you go fuck yourself.
Yeah, you're a referral from my mom.
It's
of all the people.
Your son didn't do us nothing. He couldn't get us a house. He's an asshole. He kept telling us we were wrong.
Tell him to get a real job.
He wouldn't do what we told him to do.
Kept trying to pressure us to pay over asking. I can't believe it.
Over asking.
Yeah. There's people like that, you know, where they are stuck, unfortunately, in their old way of thinking, and it never allows them to get into the market. Right?
Sure.
Think about all the guys. Think about the geniuses of July 2020, August 2020, October 2020, who went into a bidding war with 10 offers and overpaid.
Right.
They're laughing right now.
Laughing now.
They're laughing. They made $100,000 in a year that they could never have saved sitting at home waiting for the market to go down.
Like we bought right at a peak. Okay. And we have not come back from that peak. Now for multiple reasons, believe that it's going to take off like crazy. But like right now, and at certain points, probably during COVID, that if you were sitting on a particular peak, it was very hard to kind of see up, but very easy to see down. Right. And it's like right now where we bought, it's like kind of like we're teeter tottering, right? Like we feel like it's going to go up and everything indicates that it's going to go up, but it really isn't going up yet. Hasn't gone up yet.
I think every area is different. I haven't really looked too much into specifics in that neighborhood, but I think every area has had some growth.
So check this out, though. So we go to our friend's house the other day for an outdoor visit on their beautiful, gigantic, huge, beautiful L-shaped sofa, and it was really nice. And we were talking about our purchase, and you know, he goes on to House Sigma. And he starts to see, you know, what we paid, and he starts digging around to see like what other people paid. He's like, oh, this one like 2 months before you paid like a lot less for. It's a nicer house over there. Like, fuck, man, don't tell me this stuff.
Stop I don't want to know.
I haven't looked for months. Leave me alone. I don't want to know this. And I was like, don't worry, it's going up. It's a little weird spot right now. It's a little lull. It's the calm before the storm. But am I telling myself this because I have a vested interest in believing this? Or is it because I am on this fine show week after week?
I think because you want to be happy. And that when people, if you don't want to be happy, then what you should do is you should look at what all your neighbors are selling their houses for every single week. And that will lead you to that will lead you to a miserable life. I promise you. Because no matter what, you will always find a better deal or a better house or something else that's going to make you feel a certain way. And the happiest people that I deal with are the ones who, you know, walk in, do their research, make sure they find the best house for the best price, buy that house. 10 years later, they call me. They say, I'm ready to sell. No idea what my house is worth. Let's put it on the market. Let's get the most. Oh my gosh, it's way more than I paid 10 years ago. This has been a great investment. I love my life. And now I'm moving on to the next stage.
You bought it 5 years ago. It doubled.
They're so happy.
Doubled 5 years. Yeah. Is it going to happen in the next 5 years? You betcha.
Yeah.
You betcha. I'm selling that thing for over $3 million. You watch. Boom.
Boom.
You watch. We're gonna track this.
Yeah.
We're gonna track this.
Well, let's not track what the neighbors are selling their houses for.
No, not until my house is worth less.
In 5 years.
In the next little while, when it takes off and all of a sudden something sold for more than mine, we can talk about it every day, all day.
Okay.
But until then, when you see something sell around there for higher, you let me know right away, please.
It's not good. It's not going to help you.
Check this out. GTA home prices forecast to rise another 50,000 between July and October. So where are we right now? We're in the middle of August. Not much time left. Is this in fact possible, TK?
Read it again.
GTA home prices forecast to rise another 50,000. So average price
Okay.
is going to go up another 50,000 in the GTA by October. So what are we? Half of August, so September 15th. So we got 6 weeks to go up another 50 grand according to this article that came out. When did this come out? This is weird. August 12th, and it's talking about between July and October. Isn't that odd?
Yeah, I mean, definitely possible. I don't see that. I don't see why we're gonna not have an increase. Like I said, with all these showings right now and all this activity, we're definitely into another fourth wave of real estate pandemonium.
Isn't that interesting how the waves
I swear we are. Yeah, they're coinciding with each other.
working in tandem with each other?
Yeah.
Is that in fact
Like
the case? Like,
I'm dead serious. I'm dead serious. Right now, there is more active. There is like no inventory out there whatsoever. It is crazy. If someone is saying that they are going to wait to put their house on the market for another 30 or 60 days, it is foolish because right now you have no competition whatsoever. Nothing.
So tell me, like, are we having like crazy, like you said, 120 showings? Are we having crazy bidding wars again?
Absolutely, yeah.
Bidding wars are back.
Oh, bidding wars are back everywhere.
50
when did they leave?
When
did bidding wars leave?
Okay, so hold on a sec.
No.
We need a bidding war meter because
here's the issue. Let me just tell you what the issue is. Okay.
We need to know, we need to set something here. Like we need to know what is considered high, medium, and low overdrive.
Okay, let's start with that first. Okay. First of all, if you can get 5 to 10 showing a day property, okay, you're in five, for the offer date, whether it's 6, 7 days, whatever it is. But if you're getting 5 to 10 showings a day, that is incredibly hot. That's going to lead to 35 to 70 showings at the end of the week. Right? That's fantastic.
Oh, that's good.
Fantastic.
What do we say? Like, what 10% is going to be offers, or 2% is offers, or what do we say? What do we say? What do top agents say?
I would say, there's no real like method. I've seen people where they have 70 showings and no offers, and I've seen 9 showings, 9 offers, right? So there really is nothing, but you should expect in the 10 to 20% offer range if things are going really well and you've done a good job and everything else. But that's a total, I made that number
subjective. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I made that.
Okay. So, but lots of showings, lots of offers from the realtor's perspective. When did they stop? When did this ever stop? So that's fantastic. So are they ramping up again or are they gearing down?
Ramping up. 100%.
We definitely sensed a gearing down previously.
March was the peak. April was like gearing down. May was gearing down. June was gearing down. July, it started to go up again. And then August, it is now at a level that, again, with the amount of activity on some of the listings that are priced really aggressively and stuff, it's safe to say that we are in that hot zone again, where buyers have no choice to go out. People are still looking to buy. And this is the issue. Okay. So enough of that offer date topic. This is the issue. You used to have, in order for a house to come on the market, okay, someone's got to die. Probate court takes forever right now. Somebody has to get divorced. That was like a thing from last year. Less people are getting divorced now again, right? Somebody has to, sell the house because they want to move into another home. How are they going to get another home? Where are they going to buy? There's 25 offers on houses in Peterborough and Barrie and all the. There's no options for people. It's not like you can just say, I'm going to leave the market in the GTA and go to somewhere else, and it's going to be nice and calm, and I can get a great deal, and then I can negotiate with a home. No, it's crazy over there too, because everyone's been doing it now for a year and a half. So there's no way, unless you're just willing to sell and rent, which is against all, recommended,
propaganda
investment strategies that anybody could possibly come up with, other than like a few guys on YouTube, and Grant Cardone. But it's definitely right. It's definitely not going to happen very often. So we've got an issue where all these clients of ours are trying to move right now. They said, TK, I want to move. Darryl, I want to move. I'm ready to go. Here I am. My house is ready. All the renovations are done. I want to sell, but I'm not going to sell until I find the house that I want to move to. We're stuck. We're stuck right now in a market where there's no inventory so that nobody can find a home.
Yeah.
And because nobody can find a home, there's no
There's no
inventory.
inventory. Yes. So what changes this? Crazy price increases. People start going, holy shit, did you see what they sold their house for? We got to get this thing on the market now, Larry.
Yeah.
Now, Larry. We got to sell this house now, Larry. Where are we gonna
Larry,
move?
what are
Where
you
are we gonna
doing, Larry?
move?
Why are you
Esther,
waiting till November, Larry?
where the fuck are we gonna move, Esther?
What's going to be different in November, Larry? Right? So yeah, that's the issue
My
that we're
stocks are
facing.
gonna hit. My stocks are gonna hit. I swear it. This time, my stocks are gonna hit.
I
Just
don't
give
want
me
to sell
3 more
until I've got
months.
all the sand redone in the interlocking. I got to resand the interlocking,
And I can't
I
get
got to find the
anybody to
right
do
color.
this. I
I got
can't
to
even
find the
get
right
anybody
color.
to show up for a quote, for God's sakes, let alone get the work done.
You can't do sandstone beige on a gray stone. It doesn't make sense.
Oh, and they're not
Can't
getting
put the house on the
sandstone,
market.
and they're not getting sandstone Bayesian for another 18 weeks, they're telling me.
There's a supply shortage because of COVID,
Because of
right? So
COVID.
these are the issues we're
And the
facing right now.
Suez Canal.
And the
Don't
Suez
forget
Canal has
that.
caused this whole issue with the sandstone beige, polymeric sand.
Among
But
other things.
this is the ultimate challenge that we're facing right now is we do not have enough inventory. So it's causing a delay in people putting their properties on the market, and it's causing a lot of people stress. It's creating pressure on prices to go up, and this is what the market is. It's been like this for a long time. Why is everybody surprised?
Well, and this is why you go to Mississauga and the prices are $1,200 a square foot. And this is why you go to Etobicoke and the prices
Yeah.
are $1,300 a square foot. And this is why you go downtown and it's like 1650 a
1700.
square
Yeah.
foot, right?
Yeah.
And you go to Scarborough and hopefully it's like $1,000 a square foot soon, like everywhere else. And here, check this out, because I think this goes with what we're talking about. It does on some level at some point for sure, but I love it. Jordan Skrinko shared it on Twitter, and I
Mhm.
think it speaks volumes. I don't know what this protest was for, and I don't know if you can kind of read this, but this sign here that Jordan circled is just brilliant.
Yes.
Shortages don't pop,
Bang.
right? And
Yep.
I mean, the crowd looks pretty young. I don't know what they're protesting. I
They
don't
don't look
think
that
it's just
angry.
phrases. They're not
Yeah.
angry. No, nobody's angry in Toronto.
Yeah.
Unless they're in Agincourt or Jane and Finch. They're
Because they're trying to get
really
into that market. Hot place to be.
because they're like, Larry, we gotta sell, man. The prices are hopping here, Jane and Finch.
Yeah.
Is anybody named Larry at Jane and Finch?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay,
There's
that's
some
good.
Larry's there.
So Larry at Jane and Finch is making out like a bandit. Larry in Simcoe County is making out like a bandit. Larry in Durham, is he still happy? Larry in
Yes.
Durham?
Larry and Durham's very happy.
It looks like the Larrys have it.
Yeah. Crazy, eh?
Everybody's happy and nobody's happy all at the same time,
Mm-hmm.
because people probably really want to buy stuff, right? 125 people looking at one house. Like, there's no way that 125 people looked at that listing and were like, perfect. Like, this is my dream home. We have to go see it today. No, they were like, Larry, like if we don't
What
see
choice do we
this
have?
today, yeah, we're not going to get anything again.
Yeah. Yeah. We got to
Right.
go. Listen, cancel the visit with your mother. All right. Tell the kids they're not going to baseball this afternoon. We're going to go see that house.
So what does this do? This is an interesting thing to take a look at, but this is what's going to happen. We have to start building more, right? So if these are some of the most beautifully designed new buildings in Toronto, okay? So
Mm-hmm.
and I want to, if this is what we came up with, do we need more construction or what? Because check this out. I'm not even sure what this picture is. I think I
Fallen,
know
fallen
this
soldier,
building
man.
is at like Bathurst and King. I think it's the Loblaws. They rebuilt the Heritage Building because
Yeah,
they took it down illegally. Um, okay, so somehow this made the list of the best new buildings coming in Toronto.
yeah.
So
That
I
is
I
not even like
assume,
providing shade. It's like
well, this is our new homeless shelter. It would
it didn't
seem.
even stop the rain. Like,
No,
yeah.
but man, are these kids having fun on the concrete pad or what?
It looks like they're running away from it. I think they're scared. I think they're running away. I think they're
Let's play football on a concrete pad.
no, the ball
Okay,
the ball went first.
so now this made it.
Yeah.
Oh, this is some kind of a gerb. What are you doing here?
Yeah. I like the
That,
garbage can. Yeah.
but that I guess is the new affordable housing. That's what this is.
It's a cubbyhole system.
We got the new bridge that goes across the Eaton Center. That's made the top list here.
What about people who've got like, issues with their balance and stuff like that, right?
I don't know,
Like
like who even goes
if
here
you got
anymore?
vertigo, like that might be like a dangerous bridge to walk across.
I would be afraid. This I don't
Yeah.
know what this is, but this is somebody's doing something cool. Top building, modern, normal looking house. This is a pretty
Yeah.
pathetic list, right? Oh,
Yeah.
here we go. A painted brick rehab. That's nice. Is that a Starbucks? Might be a Starbucks.
Yeah.
Okay, now, oh, here's that
I
building
think I
again.
think that
So,
looks
but
horrible.
now, but this is a beautiful, I mean, look how beautiful this is.
Hmm.
I don't know what's so beautiful.
What's going to happen when Loblaws changes names, like
The
every other
Loblaw, the
major
Loblaw.
grocer has ever had happen to it?
The- the-
Get bought out by American companies and they'll call
they're
that
pretty big. They're pretty big.
something
Now,
else.
this is beautiful. Like, what the hell is this thing all about?
That
Where's
gives me a
this?
headache. Gives me a headache.
I feel dizzy.
Yeah.
Did we
Look
run
at
out?
those.
No,
That
no.
whole the whole middle section's on an angle.
Yeah, it's
That's
very
by the that's
wild.
by Richmond.
Very wild and wacky. This one here, I think we all know this building. I mean, this is just beautiful, especially if you love watching cars go by
Mhm.
and smog. Now, if you are planning on throwing a chair off your balcony, this would be the perfect place for you to live.
Because one of the
Here.
balconies below might catch it,
Yeah,
right?
or you'll be TikTok famous,
Yeah.
like the chair girl, right?
Yep.
And then this, I don't know which one we're looking at. Is it the one in the back or the one in the
Must
front?
be.
I
Must
think
be.
it's the one in the front, but I don't think so. Or maybe they're
I
building something on
I don't
top of
agree.
this thing.
I
This
do
is
not
not
concur.
this is not good though, right? I don't
Yeah.
know which one. What are we buying? This building? Are we buying into this building? Are we buying into this? I don't know, but this is obviously on the top of the list, right? Beautiful. Now that is something special. Because you know what? The windows are not in a row. So
Yeah.
it's really nice.
Yeah.
This is approved. Oh, that's it. We ran out of stuff to look at.
Well,
And this is what we are considering the most beautiful stuff that's coming down the pipe in the city.
I feel like that list was underperforming.
Underperforming, but why would you overperform when there's a housing crisis, a shortage, there's no inventory anywhere, and you're about to release 400 units in your blah
I'm
top of
just
the list building?
I'm just gonna stack a bunch of shipping containers on top of each other and paint them all the same color and say, there you go. See you
Oh
later.
my God. If construction prices weren't going up so crazy, oh, hold on a sec. They're back down. Aren't they back down? Construction prices are back down. Lumber is apparently down to pre-COVID levels, pre-COVID levels,
No.
pre they are. I read it
The-
on the internet. I
okay, but that's the
did.
commodity price. That's not the actual cost that they're paying.
Uh,
I talked to my
uh,
concrete guy who works for one of the biggest concrete companies in Toronto, and prices for concrete have not gone down. They've only gone up. So it
for
was
sure.
at one point it was between $8 and $10 per square foot that they were charging, and now it's 18 to 21 per square foot.
Tell me that again.
It was $8 to $10 per square foot for them
Eight
to
to
do
10. Yeah.
the concrete work, right?
No, no.
Pre COVID,
Yeah.
18 to 21.
That is a serious increase of the
So of
concrete.
the concrete. So they're
We're going
doing,
to
let's
see
say,
bankruptcies everywhere. How can you
let's
build anything?
let's say they're doing a, I don't know, a decent sized building. Call it 200,000 square feet,
You're fucked. Yeah, 200,000 is like not even average, small.
right? Exactly. So now you're talking about on top of that, right? An extra $2 million in
Doubling,
concrete.
doubling the
Yeah,
concrete.
an extra $10 per square foot.
It's going to be way more than 2 million bucks.
Well, if they're doubling the price of square foot and going from 10 to 20, that's an extra $10 per square foot, 200,000 square feet, $2 million.
Yeah, that increase. I mean, there's so much concrete in a building.
Mm-hmm.
Plus, like what happens in these kind of scenarios? I mean, the guys with the big concrete businesses and the big lumber businesses and the big steel businesses, like these guys are really smart. They're not dumb, right? They're for the most part,
They're
they're
working
really smart.
together.
So
Who's the
not
guy?
only are the prices going up on the commodity end, but the guys are sitting there going, "This is our chance, boys. Pump those prices,
Yeah.
push, put the pedal to the metal because we
I'm
don't
not
know
going
when
back
it's coming
down. Are you
down."
going back down? I'm not going back down. Let's just hold this price, right?
Look,
Because
they're
where else are you going to get
absorbing
concrete
them.
from? There's
Oh,
only so
look.
many guys who can pour those forms in these big buildings, right?
First of all, most of the guys that own those businesses also are the developers. Okay.
Not all of them. No.
No, I didn't say all. I said most. It
The
is the
ones that the
truth
ones that
on
I'm
some
thinking of,
level.
yeah, maybe they've got guys who are part of a development team and stuff like that.
They may not
But
be
they're
the
pretty
lead
big on
guy.
they're pretty big, but like Paracon, like Verde Alliance, like Ellis Dawn, like these are major construction companies that
And they're partners on lots of stuff.
I
Lots of
know,
stuff.
I know, because they get involved.
They
But
get
there's development
involved.
companies that are separate.
Sure. But
Yeah.
they're all tied together. A lot of them are really tied together
They're
with,
brothers probably.
well, listen,
You do construction, I'll do the development. I'll meet you
cousins,
at the top.
brothers,
Yeah.
in-laws, like whoever, right?
What's the matter for you?
What's the matter for you? Why let him do it?
Yeah.
We're already doing it. Anyways, so these guys are like, we're just going to pass it on to the end user. There's no inventory. We can literally price this stuff at like almost anything. People need it so bad. Like they're just going to, once it gets absorbed, like what do you know that costs like less than it used to? Right? Like
Hmm.
what
What costs
costs
less
less
now
than it used to
than it
when we
used
were
to 2 years ago?
no,
Or
even any time, 20 years ago, 10 years ago, 5 years ago, 3 months ago, like maybe
Mhm.
gasoline, like maybe some stocks, but like food is more expensive. Like cars are more expensive,
Mhm.
housing's more expensive, copper and eh,
Computers.
computers and
No,
phones. I mean,
computers are cheaper.
remember when you used to sign a contract for a cell phone and they'd give you an iPhone for free?
Yeah.
Right? But now an iPhone is 12, 14, 16, 1800 bucks, right?
Mhm.
It's a, these are their computers now. They don't give away computers with data plans anymore,
Yeah.
right? But that's like everything's crazy increases in prices, crazy, and they're not going away. It's not transitory. It may have come in transitory, but it's not leaving transitory. It's staying put.
I think a lot of costs will come back down that are inflated to the point that doesn't make sense. I agree. There's inflation, prices go up. That's just the way the world works. I've been ordering, a McChicken, okay, for 20 years, right? And at one point I could buy my McChicken for $1.39, right? And now that McChicken is at least 2.5 times the cost that it used to be,
I was thinking
and
the
half
same
the
thing.
size.
I used to be able to go down to the store. It was called
Yeah,
Pizza Chef on the corner. A
yeah,
dollar 25 got me a slice and a Coke,
yeah,
including tax. I gave him $1.25. He gave
yeah,
me a can of Coke and a piece of pizza. And
yeah,
this was no small piece of pizza. This
yeah,
was like a slice of pizza when
yeah.
you
Little
go into the
Caesars.
place,
Yeah,
right?
Little Caesars was like $2.
How much is a slice of pizza and a can of Coke now? $8, $9, 10
No,
maybe?
probably 5, 6.
7?
Yeah,
Okay, well, what's that increase? That's like five times. Your number's five times.
yeah.
Maybe if you order pepperoni, it goes to $8, $9 now, or two
Oh,
toppings,
you
it's
wanted
like 12
pepperoni?
bucks.
Oh, okay.
Hold on.
All
You
right,
want
you're
me
getting
to heat
greedy.
this? Now
Hold
the
on, you're getting
heating
greedy.
charge.
And
There's
you're
a
getting
heating
like
charge.
RC cola.
Right. Anyways,
Yeah.
we're digressing past the time, and my whole family's waiting for me
Oh,
to help out with the garage sale.
did
But
we solve any problems today?
we did. We solved the problem of not knowing which direction this market is heading in.
Great.
There is zero doubt in
Can people
anybody's mind that
can
has
people still
half a
find
brain.
us?
There's a few hundred people that may or may not be in agreement with us at any point in time, but they're listening for a reason. And we're not negative on this show. We're
I don't think
super
so. I
positive.
think we're super positive.
We're very bullish, but not because we have vested interests in the real estate market. No, because we're not selling anything here.
We're just looking at it like this, okay?
We're
If you had
begging for
bought a
subs.
home at any at any point in time in the last 25 years, at
30.
any point in time, 30 years, okay? You would be making out like a bandit today and you would thank us. So we're just trying to help your future self by not feeding you a bunch of negative BS that is based on somebody whose ego is telling them one day I'll be right and trying to hold up you on your real estate investment plans.
I think it is really, and I'm not kidding here. I think the media is the top tool for the central banks right now. I think it is a serious tool to help kind of calm or stir up the economy because they've run out, like interest rates are no longer a weapon. They have
Yeah.
not, that is not in their bag of tricks anymore.
They just need to talk about it. They don't
They
even
need
need
to
to raise interest
pretend.
rates. They just need to say, look, we're
Quarter
watching.
Quarter point.
We're seeing what's going on right now, and it's exuberant.
We expected
Something's
this.
going to change.
We're changing. We're changing the CPI. Ooh, ooh! Did you
Something's
hear
gonna
that,
happen.
Larry? They're changing the CPI. I heard it on CNN.
Yeah.
All right, Larry and Esther got to go to bed.
Find us on any podcast channel that exists. We are there. If we're not there, let us know and we'll post it there. Maybe.
Yes.
But also we're on YouTube. So like, comment, and subscribe. Thanks for listening. And we'll see you next week.
See you later. Thanks.
And thanks
TK.
to our guest today.
Yes, thank you for our lovely guest. I had more fun, I think, than I would have if our guest showed up.
Most likely. But I'll see you next week. Just you and I, Darryl. Long weekend.
See you.
Or no.
Well,
Or it's not a long weekend.
We'll talk.
We'll talk.